Hello, everyone. This is Mohammed Akif with the Akif CPA, and today I'm here to tell you more of our client stories. So, this is one of our most popular series. A lot of people ask questions, are interested in this. So these are emails, normally initial inquiries that we get from our prospect clients discussing their situation. Of course, we redact a lot of the information for personal and sensitive information, so you cannot see that. The only thing we're discussing is the situation, the tax situation that we are in, and then the issues that are with the tax situation, and then the solutions, right? So we discuss the issues, we provide the solutions. And of course, in order to provide a solution, you can always email us at info@kifisopcpa.com with your query too, with your situation too, and then we can definitely get back to you. This client stories is about a small business owner who has multiple businesses, and then our has a tax structure in a different way. Of course, we were looking at what exactly are they looking for, what kind of situation they're in, and what are the possible solutions. So this is client stories for business and individual tax, number 4. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can see what I am seeing, and then see this is a common phenomenon, and then common issues that we normally get, and then how do we help our clients, right? So let me just share, just bear with me. I'll make sure that okay, there we go. Perfect. So let's get started. Let's go up where you can see what is happening. So now you can see. All right. So they're looking for a new CPA. I can see that. So, oh, perfect. Clean my books for 2023. Of course, so this probably came in 2024. So this includes cleaning of the books. I'm gonna just make sure. Let me do my pen that is not disappearing. So clean my books. That means we got accounting involved for and file taxes for all the companies as well as personal. Okay, my all my corporate LLC companies are LLCs. I've been certified with a Schedule C. All right, so that means we need to check this out in more detail. What else is going on? So they use QuickBooks Online for each entity. Okay, so everything is connected. They have information, but something is wrong with the QuickBooks, with their accounting. Uh, they need help with the tax expenses made outside of business too, and for each organization. Perfect. Okay, so what are the goals? What they want to do? They want to, let me clear this out. Clear all. So number 1, they want to do is clear their transaction, file taxes, maximize tax returns for 2023, review, optimize bookkeeping, and the operations for 2024. All right. So we got a couple issues here. So we got, so what we have is we have an accounting problem. That's number 1, right? So let's go to the issues. What is issue number 1? So let me see if I can type this on the same screen. It has a lot of information. Okay, I think I can use this. Okay. So issue number 1. Let's see what we have. So issue number 1 is, let me use a different pen. Clear R. I'm gonna do issues in red color. I'm trying to make it nice, all right, so you can see. So number 1 is accounting. All right, or bookkeeping. Number 2 is tax filing. And number three is optimization for 2024. Right. So all right. So three issues: accounting and bookkeeping. I love accounting and bookkeeping problems. I mean, this gives us so much to work with, so much to understand with. I think whenever we get a client that requires accounting or QuickBooks cleanup or a zero cleanup, we just love it because we can really see what was happening, what really went wrong, how the client was running the operation, and then by talking to them, where do they need to get to, right? So we understand so much. So if your accountant is just there to do once in a year thing, majority of times they don't understand how you're running your operations, because when you're doing it on monthly or quarterly basis, it gives the CPA or the accountant a better view of how things are going, right? It gives you a timely uh, understanding of where things are heading. So whenever there's a cleanup problem, there must have many things that could have happened, right? First of all, must have hired someone, didn't do a good job. That's number one. Number two, sometimes is just none of the accounting has been done, so it's more of a catch up cleanup. And then number three is that they were trying to do this themselves and couldn't get to it. So that's where. But when we talk about cleanup and catch up, for accounting, using Zero, using QuickBooks, using Wave, you name any of those accounting softwares, we are essentially looking into your company's history. We're looking at how things were done. We're trying to make sense of the numbers, right? Because we can see what is coming in, we can see what is going out. If something is going wrong, let's say for example, if there's not enough revenue, more expenses, there must be some other money that is coming in to meet those expenses. There's no way that you can have revenue coming in, or money coming in, but you have more expenses, and then there's a gap between what came in and what went out. How do you cover that gap, right? So we can get an idea if you're taking more loans, if you put money from your pocket. So it gives us a sense of operations, where things are heading. And also by talking to you, we're able to understand what are your goals. We can see how things were, where things need to be, right? So that's the biggest thing. So solution. First of all, the first solution but the first issue is that we need to do catch up. We need to clean up uh, in your accounting software, for any QuickBooks, Zero, you name it, and then get this up to date. Because if my whole uh, point is that good, timely accounting leads to tax savings, and I'll tell you why. Because good and timely accounting will give you good data, good financial data, for you to make decisions, for you to do tax planning. And in order and the reason you do tax planning is one of the main goals is to save taxes. So if you have good, timely accounting or bookkeeping, that equals tax savings. So first of all, need to bring it up to date, and then from there on, have somebody do it on at least on quarterly basis, right? Up to date. That's and or you do it on monthly basis, but at least quarterly basis. You want to know where things are heading in terms of numbers. You want to know how your business are doing. Otherwise, you are in the dark. You will always be playing catch up. So that's number one. All right, issue number two, tax filings, right? So uh, again, they're behind. They need to file. How do we get there? Of course, we need to do the accounting first. Uh, File. So look, I mean, this is all past. We're talking about something that has the timeline has passed. So right now, what we are doing is just trying to play catch up. We're not doing any tax planning. We cannot do any tax planning because the time has passed, right? So we have to get the accounting in, the QuickBooks in, the Zero in, and then get the bookkeeping catch up cleanup done. And once we have that, make sure we get the filings on time. This, all the companies are disregard entities. They're filing Schedule C. I can see this. We have to, this is, again, this is a no-no. In some cases, it works. It really depends upon a business life cycle. Initially, it could make sense, and depending on what you're doing, but that doesn't mean this stays like this forever, because you end up paying the maximum tax there is possible, and then you don't want that, right? You don't want to pay the maximum tax. It's hard enough to bring the revenue, hard enough to get the business going, and once the revenue coming in, you don't want Uncle Sam to take the maximum part. You want to keep the most you can. All right. So right now that there are Schedule C, but we cannot do anything for past. We gotta go with what was there. So file the tax returns. Number one, number two. I'm sorry. Right. And then the biggest area after we have done, and then we have filed everything, is to do optimization. And then that means restructuring, looking at the uh, looking at how each business is doing, changing the structures, changing the tax structures of those LLCs. I mean that this client, prospect client, has many of them. Some of them we could convert them, if they're single, into S corps. If they're married, possible could be, if they do have a spouse that is working with the business as a partnership, depending on what is going on, right? What really works, and does that business requires it or not? So that doesn't mean that we're gonna say, hey, you know what? Get all the LCs to be S corp. That's just not gonna happen. We have to look at each business individually. Look at where they are in the life cycle, in their business life cycle, and then see how your personal tax situation is, and where's the business cycle, how the business cycle is going, and make a decision based on that. Does this business require S corp? Can it save, or partnership? Can it save the taxes we need to save? Is it going to help us, not right now, but also in the future? So there are many things that are happening when we are making a decision in terms of, are we going to do S corp? We're going to do a partnership. Why are we going to do it? Is it required to do it right now? Does this business really needs to make this happen? Because sometimes it takes longer for the business to pick up, and then in some cases you don't want more filings, you don't want more money going out from your pocket just to have a tax profession doing returns. We don't want that. What we want is what is the best for your business. What we want is what is the best decision for your business for now and for the future, right? It's just not, hey, let's just get this done this year, and we'll look at things next year. No, make a decision properly, timely, as the business requires. So restructuring is something we need to look at, and then this is the key, right? This is the key here, because we must look at each structure for the entity. We must look at your personal tax returns, your income level. Does things need to change? If there are, if we are changing things, do they really make sense? That's the whole point. So I know a lot of people read stuff online, and then they say, you know what, S corp seems like a best idea, but is it good for me? What is good for other doesn't mean it's good for you, right? And does your business require? Is it a timely decision or not? So there's so many things happening. So a lot of people come to me, hey, Mohammed, I want to get this done. I want to make this LCS corp. I ask them why. They can give me 10 reasons, and I can give them more reasons on top of the 10 reasons. But what we have to look at is, does that business require this right now or not? Right? How things are happening. What is the future plan? What is your income level now? What exactly are we trying to do with that S corp? So these are a lot of the things that we have to look at. So again, your accounting, bookkeeping must be up to date on timely basis. File taxes, do tax planning, and then look at your structures. Look at your LLC structures, your INC structures. See what makes sense for you. All right, and then so from there on, we can help you. We can really optimize this for you guys, and then look at your own personal things. And so make sure that whenever you're reaching out to a CPA, they understand your goals, they understand where you want to be. Then this is just not about filing taxes. They need to be on the same page with you. with your goals, understanding and then delivering those goals, help you deliver those goals, right? We are a team, and this is what we want to be. So find somebody good that can help you. Any questions, shoot us an email, info@keepcp.com. We are here to help you, and then we can get this run for you. All right. Thank you.